Yo, it's WT Hamilton, and I approve this message. I'm about to give you some real knowledge. Yeah, man, that's real though.
Alright, welcome to another episode of Using the Law of Attraction in Your Daily Lives. Today we're going to talk about letting go of the fear of something new. Now this is something that's really important. It's something that I ran into the other day when I had an awesome opportunity, and I was asked to go and speak at this event. So I was presented with this opportunity to speak at this event, and what happened was they were doing some planning, and they asked if we could, there's a bunch of us speakers, we could get together and kind of have a meeting about how this event was going to go. So this meeting happened 3 or 4 weeks before the event actually happened. When I got to the meeting, there was different people there. Everybody had different skills. Some had spoken at events before, and some people, it was the first time they were going to speak at an event. For me, it was going to be the first time that I was going to speak on a big stage. And the theme around it was that everybody had a certain amount of fear about doing it, but they were excited about doing it because it was new and it was a challenge. But they talked to other people that they would know, and some of those people would be saying that, wow, I could never do that, man. That's pretty scary. And you have to realize, that's when I realized that, okay, but fear of something new is just the only reason you're nervous about it, or you're fearing it, is because you haven't done it yet. It's like riding a bike. When you're a young kid, you put on all the elbow pads and the helmet and the knee pads, and the biggest fear you have is wiping out. The biggest fear you have is when that bike starts to wobble and you can't control it and you crash. You feel like maybe you're gonna die, right? And when you do eventually crash, because everybody crashes, I don't think there's anybody that's ever rode a bike that has never crashed. You don't die. You may get scraped up, you might get a little boo-boo, something might happen to you, but you don't die. Not only do you not die, it's not that bad. And you get up and you try it again. And you start to lose the fear of crashing because you realize that it's not really a big deal if you crash. It doesn't really hurt that much. It's not that bad. And so what happens is sometimes we get into this mindset, and this is something that I always work on and I always remind myself, and I have to go back a lot of times and coach myself. I gotta do some self-coaching to tell myself, hey dude, you know what? You're slipping back into this old way of limiting yourself by fearing something just because you haven't done it before. Now, I'm going to give you some reality about me. I do not like the feeling of falling. I don't have any problem with heights, but I don't like that feeling, like when you're on a roller coaster and you're dropping. So I will not go on roller coasters anymore. I went on it once and it scared the crap out of me. And I said, you know what? I've done it and it's scary, and I know I don't want to feel that again. I didn't die. I know I'm not going to die from it, but I do not like that feeling. I'm never going to go bungee jumping because I know, for me, I think that's going to be worse than riding a roller coaster. So why would I do it? But I did do roller coaster once. I faced that fear and I realized that I didn't like it. When I go diving, I went on the really high, the Olympic height diving board because all my friends were doing it. I thought, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And I got up there and I started to get scared because they're like, wow, this is really high. And I jumped, and that was like the worst feeling as I fell. And then when I hit the water, I went down so deep that swimming my little butt up, I felt like I was never going to find the top of the water. It felt like it took me forever to get to the top. So I know out of those experiences, I do not like the feeling of falling. But I never hid from it. But I know from experience, I don't like it. So that's different. That's when you've tried it and now you know you don't like it. At least you know you've tried it. But some people, and myself included, I find times where there's something that I could do, and I hold myself back. I hold myself back because I get this little fear in my head that tells me, this little thing saying, you know what? You shouldn't do that because that might kill you. And other people are doing it and they don't die. I was talking to a lady the other day. I was at a hotel, and so the lady was running the bar. I went to the bar at night to have a beer, and she was talking about how she has a fear of going on bridges, on big bridges, and so there's parts of the US that she can't go to because she's scared to take the bridge that gets you there. And I said to her, but everybody takes a bridge, nothing ever happens. That's the logic, right? But sometimes people get they just convince themselves that it's going to kill them. If they're the one person out of millions and millions of people that if they go on that bridge, they're going to die, right? And it's like, it's a crazy thing, but fear is something new. Fear can paralyze you. It can stop you from achieving things that you're going to really love. It's going to be really awesome. So I had this opportunity to go speak at this big event, and I was excited. And I was excited because it's something that I've wanted to do. I've wanted to have that opportunity, and I've been waiting and focusing on having that opportunity. And then finally, here it is. It's manifesting. I'm going to jump on that. As soon as I had that opportunity, I jumped on it. And when I did that, it was awesome. And I also had another thing lined up a few days after for another event in a different city, and I did that, and it was awesome. And now I'm on the road of lining up some more opportunities to speak at some more events, and it's one of the things that I really love. It's a lot of fun. You get to really to share with people and help them to see things from a different perspective, and it's just exciting. It's exciting and fun to do. The thing that you have to realize is that when you have a fear of something new, like when I went up on that stage, people didn't know that it was my first time speaking on a big stage. And even when I talked to people after and I told them that, they were surprised. And people don't know if it's your first time or if you've done it a million times. But the person that knows everything, he had to learn before they could know everything. So the teacher was once a student. And if you realize that, the teacher was once a student, that means everybody that you see, that you look up to, that knows a whole bunch of stuff about something, they had to learn that. They didn't just wake up one day, all of a sudden they were an expert or they were excellent at something. They had to learn. They had to have experiences. They had to learn. They had to try something new. And so if you start to get into the mindset of letting go of that fear and start to really try new things, you're going to open up yourself to so many more opportunities, and you're going to find the things that are really your personal limits. Because you can't just say, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and have that as your personal limit if you haven't pushed to see if that's really a limit for you or not. Like, I know now I'm not riding on the roller coasters. I don't care if everybody I'm with is going on that roller coaster and we're going to stand in that line for an hour to get there. I'm going to go find something else to do. I'm going to meet them back. I'm going to say, hey, text me when you're done with the roller coaster, because I ain't going. Because I know that's my limit. That's my fear limit. I do not like that feeling. I am not doing that ever again. For as long as I'm walking on this earth, I am not ever going on a roller coaster again. I know that for sure. I know that with every fiber of my body because I've tried it. It's not an idea. I've actually experienced it. So before you close the door on things, experience it. Unless it's something that you know is going to be a real danger to your life, like reckless behavior, obviously. You don't have to try that. Reckless behavior, but I'm talking about there's opportunities, and there's something that you can see. If you ever say to yourself, wouldn't it be cool if you ever say that, wouldn't it be cool if, but you're not going to do it because this might happen and that might happen, and the worst case scenario pops in. Take that out of your thinking process. take that out of your thinking process and just say to yourself, wouldn't it be cool if I would like to experience that? And then try it. And don't go into it expecting that you're going to be awesome at it the very first time. Like even when I spoke at that event, I did really well, but it wasn't awesome. I talked to one of the people that was organizing it, and they told me all the things I did well, and then they told me a couple of things that I could tweak. So then I went to the next event a few days later. I had tweaked those things. I really listened to that advice, and it was even more awesome the second time. And I got even better feedback the second time. So if I had never done the first time, I wouldn't have known what I needed to tweak to get even better at it. So everything that you do, when you take that and you try it and you learn from it, you're expanding, you're growing. Now say I tried that and it was a disaster. Then also I would know that, okay, that's not an avenue for me, but I've tried it. I know for sure. It's not wouldn't that be awesome if. Now I know that, hey, I tried that. It's really not for me. I don't really like it, but at least I gave it a shot. I tried it. And that is how you learn and grow, and that's how you kind of figure out where you're going to be and how you're going to be and how you're going to navigate to reach your goals. But if you're closing doors before you even open them and you're limiting yourself to only a couple of ways to get there, it's going to take you so much longer to get there, because maybe the way that you need to go is trying something new. So you got to let go of the fear of having something new. I try that all the time. I try to remind myself all the time to let go of the fear of something new, because every time that I do that, I expand and I grow, and I either figure out what my limit is, or I find out that I have another unlimitless way that I can reach my goal. And by having all these different ways of being able to do something, you really give the universe many ways to manifest what you're trying to get in life. I think I talked about this in another podcast, but I look at it as when you're throwing a pebble into still water and you're creating that wave, and that wave of change and that wave of opportunity is coming to you because you threw that first pebble. So trying something new is like throwing that pebble into still water and seeing what kind of waves you can create for yourself. It's really awesome. It's a really, really great way of being able to manifest the things that you want in life. The more ways that you can try to create opportunities, the more ways that you can try to get there, the more ways the universe can help you and can bring that to full manifestation. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. This is using the law of attraction in your daily lives. And we're doing these weekly podcasts to give you little tidbits and nuggets of information of how you can use the law of attraction. And I'm trying to really show you how that I've used it in my life to improve my life, and that for me it's not a big spiritual journey as much as it is a mental journey, as it is a way of using my mind to really focus on what I want and to see how I can create opportunities and create luck. So join us, subscribe to this channel, check out these podcasts. We have many of them. You can listen to, they're all different types of topics, all related to the same thing of using the law of attraction in your daily lives and how to see things from different perspectives, give you a little bit of different insight into how to use this stuff. We also have books. We have many books. Your Invincible Power is a book series. We have like a main book and then some smaller books, and they're all about different ways that we've used the law of attraction to really improve our lives and to really make our lives exciting and magical. Also, we do have a membership area that we're really promoting. We have the mindset. We have a mindset training that you can take, and it'll really help you to build the mind pictures and really focus on visualizing what you want. And as you visualize on what you want, you can really start to create the opportunities to get there. So I encourage you to join that as well. Check us out all the time on our social media, different social media things. I give different insights, and you can kind of get like a behind the scenes on Instagram. I give a lot of behind the scenes on what I'm up to and what I'm doing. So it's pretty cool, little stories there. And we have our blog site, wherethewindblows.ca. You can also get there from yourinvisiblepower.com. We have a lot of blogs on there that gives you insights into law of attraction in different ways. I do that with my mom, and it's a really awesome site. You get a lot of people coming on that site. And also, we're doing these weekly podcasts. Sometimes I'll put out more than one a week. I'm really focusing on just sharing what I'm going through, sharing what's working for me, and sharing how you can use the law of attraction to really improve your life. Now, thanks for joining, and we'll talk to you again. Check out our motivational books. We have many motivational books helping you with the law of attraction, with personal development, with creating that mindset for success. You can get our books online everywhere, so check those out. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, like this channel, leave a comment, let us know what you think, and subscribe to this channel so you can check out more videos. And share this with your friends, man. Let your friends experience this too, because your friends are going to like it. I know they will. Also, check out our new podcast show. We're dropping episodes weekly, so you check that out. You can learn a lot about using the law of attraction in your daily lives.
Yo, it's WT Hamilton, and I approve this message.